Our next award is presented in recognition of lifetime achievement in the arts. This award is given every year to prominent figures in the national art scene who not only have made profound contributions to the American arts, but also exemplify Senator Pell's belief in commitment to service and to community through their artistic endeavors. Here to present the award tonight is a member of Trinity's acting company and a great artist himself, Mr. Tim Crowe.
I wanted to be a temptation too. That didn't work out. You know my real dream? My real dream to be is in a tux in front of Count Basie, doing it. You know? Like Jeffrey Osborne, Joe Williams, you know, I mean, that's it. Anyway, some of our dreams just don't work out. Anyway, it is a great pleasure to be here with all of you tonight to honor Richard and Sharon Jenkins. In considering how to approach this, I take the title of the award itself, Life Achievement, because it's important what we do, but it's really more important who we are becoming who we are. When Richard's career began, he began to enter larger arenas. You would think the immediate choice would be to move where those larger arenas are located, New York or Los Angeles, but Dick and Sharon were clear that they wanted their children raised here in Rhode Island. All through the years, Dick was here at Trinity night and day. Their daughter, Sarah, gave no inkling whatsoever that she was in any way interested in what went on here. She was an excellent student at Moses Brown, very swift of foot in track and field. However, when college came along, guess what? Surprise! Who knew? She wanted to study theater, and she did. And after graduating from Illinois Wesleyan University, she went to New York to pursue her career, where she married writer and producer Adam Pletzman, and she did begin her career. She is a wonderful and true actress. However, her passions begin to shift, and today she is a screenwriter and a freelance writer for children's television. I have to tell one quick story. I'm sure Sarah doesn't know this. Sharon I may have told her this, but years ago, I was at Dick and Sharon's apartment, and Sharon came in with Sarah, and Sarah's about 4 years old. Picked Sarah up from her dancing lesson. There's Sarah in her little leotard. And Dick went to the John or something, I don't know, and I'm sitting there in the living room, and Sharon and Sarah had gone into the kitchen. And I'm sitting there, and I hear nothing from the kitchen. And I'm just curious. I'm kind of a little worried, I guess. There should be something going on there. So I go over to the kitchen door, and I sort of peer around like a peeping Tom, you know. And there's Sharon and Sarah silently moving around each other all through the kitchen, mirroring each other, just being very, very silent. And finally, Sarah comes over and lifts her little head up, and she says, "Lift me." It was great. It was a very pleasant moment for them and for their peeping Tom. Their son Andrew is a graduate of the University of Miami. He's a CPA at PricewaterhouseCoopers, and he just got his master's in taxation. A few years ago, Sandy and I and Dick and Sharon went to London together. And before we went, Dick called up. He said, Andy would like to go. And I said, well, that's great. And then I began to think, what in the world will this young guy do around his fusty, musty parents' old friends? Well, it was amazing. I mean, the kid rolled with every punch. He laughed at every old fart joke. He listened to all the stories of ancient history. He had a natural ease. He made us relax. So I'm sure that Andrew, with all of his professional and educational credits in line, starting his new career, we may see PricewaterhouseCoopers Jenkins someday. Who knows? Yeah. Mother of God, you can't keep him quiet. So, lifetime achievement. If you've done nothing else, and you have given us two wonderful people like Sarah and Andrew who are contributing to the larger world, you deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I know many of you have done just that. Now, Sharon Jenkins. Sharon Jenkins. She began studying dance in Chicago when she was 4 years old. When she was 10, she was in the New York City Ballet's production of The Nutcracker. And back in Chicago, she was a member of the Rudy Noel Dancers, and they would perform in venues like conventions and nightclubs. Yeah, she was a showgirl. Here in Rhode Island, she made a great contribution. She taught for many years at the Hope High School Arts Magnet program and taught her students not only the glory of movement, but passed on life lessons as well. Now, one of Sharon's greatest gifts is patience. When she began working at Trinity, yeah, she had to deal with klutzes like me who don't have a shoe at home with an R in it. And she taught us movement. She taught us movement that we could do and have fun. Countless Christmas carols, of course. But yet, when Amanda Daynard came along, and the quality of musicals here began to kick up, Sharon was there, and she really had a chance to show her stuff. No one's knocking the great Jerome Robbins, of course, genius. But Sharon did her own choreography for West Side Story. You could just stop there. Her great work fabulous work in Cabaret that was directed by Kurt Columbus, Annie, Camelot, countless others, and didn't she do a great job this year in Oliver with those kids? Now, something else has to be said here. Sharon is so perceptive. She sees the big picture. She has great ideas that deal with the production as a whole, ideas that reveal unseen corners, ideas that surprise. She has what good directors have. And I'm just going to let that float out there for now. Now, I have a little story about Sharon, too. Years ago, I had never seen her actually dance. I've seen her here, helping us to klutz around. But she was a member of the Rhode Island Dance Repertory Company, and they were doing a performance over at some space in RISD, and I went over there, and out they come. And her work was just beautiful. The dancing was, but there was something about her face. There was something about her face. It was beyond composure. There was something about a union between the movement and something inside her. It bordered on contemplative. As it happens, that night they were coming over for dinner, and I mentioned this to her, and she was a little puzzled. I'll tell you this, Sharon Jenkins is a gentlewoman, and she is an artist. Sharon Friedrich Jenkins has a secret. I don't know what it is, but I love being around it. Now, it's a little more difficult to talk about Richard because, frankly, I don't know what the hell he's been doing. Oh, no, wait a minute, there is something. He did do this movie in 2007 called The Visitor. I just start with this. It's all right, he doesn't hear it anyway. Chicago Film Critics Association for Best Actor. Chicago, Boston, New York, San Francisco Critics Best Actor. National Board of Review of Motion Pictures, the Spotlight Award. Broadcast Film Critics Award, Best Actor. Online Film Critics Award, Best Actor. Independent Spirit Award for Best Male Lead. Moscow International Film Festival for Best Actor. Or as Sharon Palin would say, never mind. Now these are the important ones because these are peer. Screen Actors Guild Award, Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role. Nominated for an Academy Award as Best Actor. Well, I count about 55 films, and of course we all know his wonderful work on the HBO series 6 Feet Under, and he has a series coming out. Yes, let him have it. That's what it's about, let him have it. And he has a series coming out on HBO called Olive Kitteridge with Frances McDormand. Now, there came a time when Dick knew it was time to leave Trinity. Many reasons, won't go into them here. At the time, Dick and Sharon were living in a second-floor apartment on 11th Street, just up from Hope. Sarah was an infant. He didn't have an agent. His longtime personal manager, Bill Tresh, had not yet come into his life. And yet, Dick and Sharon, with hope, determination, and a heavy dose of insanity, made this decision. Now, let me tell you something. It is impossible to describe to people who don't do what we do, or people who have not experienced those major markets, just what a desert, what a labyrinth, what a mountain, what a wall it is. It's true insanity, but it was insanity with 4 clear eyes on it. Dick is naturally and killingly funny. One of the stories that I love to tell about him is when Sharon was pregnant with Sarah, just about to deliver. Dick and I were on a rehearsal break, and I said, Dick, I don't want to be the guy who shows up at your doorstep to take your daughter out, and he's got the van out there with the shag carpet in the back. And he said, yeah, hope she's ugly. He was doing a scene with Michelle Pfeiffer, and they did a couple of takes, and they got off set, and they were looking at the monitor, and the two of them are standing next to each other looking at the monitor. They're the two of them on the monitor, and Dick turns to her and says, girl, one of us is in the wrong business. But family always came first. Dick and Sharon had promised the kids that they would take them to Disney World. After Dick finished his work on the Woody Allen film, Hannah and Her Sisters, Dick finished the work, came home, they're about to leave, the phone rings. They want him to come back in. They want him to do some ADR or retakes or something like that. They went to Disney World. Well, he's worked with just about everybody. He's been directed by Woody Allen and Mike Nichols, the Coen brothers, Farrelly brothers. He's worked with Jack Nicholson, Al Pacino, Julia Roberts, Will Ferrell, Johnny Depp, name it. But yet, as his career was flourishing, we here at Trinity, we got in deep trouble. He diminished his own career to come here as interim artistic director. He said he'd stay 2 years, he stayed 5. He reinvigorated and recentered this acting company while sacrificing his own progress. Could he take care of everything? No! Who the hell could? You know, a lot of these events can smack of incense and all that stuff, or indicate some kind of conclusion or wrapping up of something. But I know we all say no. We say mazel tov. We say l'chaim. We say allez, andiamo. We say let's go. We say Richard and Sharon Jenkins, what's next? We are proud, delighted to present this Pell Lifetime Award to Richard and Sharon Jenkins.